Welcome back to Altitude Addicts. In today's video, we are diving into the massive transformation happening right now in civil aviation as Russia pushes its domestically built regional jet toward final certification. We will cover everything from engine upgrades and aerodynamic design tweaks to production numbers, shorter runway capabilities, and what this all means for regional travel. So make sure you watch all the way till the end. Yakovlev is preparing to finalize the aircraft's comprehensive cycle of ground and flight certification tests before the end of 2026, as Russia's import-substituted SJ-100 regional jet has entered one of the most critical phases of its development program. The event is a critical milestone in Russia's broader attempt to replace Western aerospace technologies with indigenous systems in the wake of international sanctions, as it brings the domestically equipped airliner significantly closer to commercial service. Taking a closer look at the certification campaign itself, the focus is presently on the first serial production SJ-100 aircraft 97024, serial number 97004, according to Igor Popov, director of Yakovlev's production center in Komsomolsk-on-Amur. The final series of certification flights and ground evaluations necessary for regulatory approval are being conducted using this aircraft. The aircraft is an important achievement due to its assembly using serial production technologies, as opposed to prototype manufacturing methods. The aircraft's design and the manufacturing processes that will be used for future customer deliveries will be validated by its successful certification. The new configuration's maturity has been demonstrated by the successful flight testing of the first production standard SJ-100, which has brought the program closer to commercial certification. Moving right along to the power department, a new set of PD-8 turbofan engines is awaiting delivery, while Yakovlev is concurrently preparing another production SJ-100. The engines will be installed prior to the aircraft's entry into factory testing and eventual participation in the certification program. The PD-8 has emerged as one of the most critical elements of Russia's civil aviation sector. The United Engine Corporation, or UEC, has developed the engine, which replaces the Franco-Russian SAM-146 power plant that was previously used in the Superjet family. The PD-8 has commenced serial production at UEC Saturn in Rybinsk. After successfully concluding a comprehensive certification campaign that included endurance, icing, bird strike, hail, water ingestion, and reliability testing, the engine was officially awarded its type certificate in June 2026. Replacing every single foreign part on a jet like this is just plain hard, you know? The engine's compliance with Russian airworthiness standards was verified through certification, which facilitated serial deliveries to Yakovlev's production line in Komsomolsk-on-Amur. Turning our focus to aerodynamic enhancements, the most recent SJ-100 configuration includes many improvements that are designed to improve operational performance. The aircraft's saberlets, which are standard horizontal wingtip devices, are among the most visible. If you are enjoying this breakdown so far on Altitude Addicts, don't leave just yet. Coming up in just a moment, we are going to break down how these new wingtip devices cut fuel costs, how this jet can land on extremely short remote runways, and the exact number of planes already sitting on the assembly line. So stick around. Despite the fact that saberlets are not entirely new to the Superjet family, they have now become a standard feature of the import-substituted aircraft. Before the start of the import substitution program, these aerodynamic wingtip extensions had been certified for earlier Superjet variants. Their inclusion offers many operational benefits. The wingtip devices improve takeoff and landing performance, reduce aerodynamic drag, and reduce external noise levels around airports, with an estimated 4% improvement in fuel efficiency. These efficiency improvements can result in substantial operational cost reductions for airlines that operate regional routes with frequent flight cycles. Beyond fuel savings, another significant advantage of the updated aircraft comes directly from its enhanced airfield capabilities. The SJ-100's enhanced aerodynamic characteristics enable it to operate from runways that are approximately 1,900 meters in length, thereby enabling airlines to serve a broader spectrum of regional airports. This capability is especially advantageous in Russia, where many communities depend on airports with relatively short runways and inadequate infrastructure. Additionally, the aircraft is equipped with an integrated air stair, which enables passengers to enter and disembark without the need for airport boarding equipment. This self-sufficiency facilitates operations at remote airfields and smaller regional airports where ground support infrastructure may be limited or unavailable. While access to smaller airfields is a major plus, the manufacturing machinery behind the project is equally impressive, with a strong production pipeline already in place. Even as certification testing continues, Yakovlev's production facilities are preparing for serial deliveries. We still have some crucial details to share here on Altitude Attics, so stay tuned. In this final stretch, we are covering the factory's massive yearly build capacity, how they plan to hit 37 jets a year, and the full list of localized systems making this a monumental shift for aviation history. Currently, 27 SJ-100 aircraft are in various phases of assembly at the company's production center in Komsomolsk-on-Amur. In the meantime, the new regional jet has garnered considerable domestic demand, as evidenced by the 42 aircraft contracts that Russian airlines have already signed. Manufacturing is advancing concurrently with certification, as evidenced by the substantial production backlog. Yakovlev has already constructed a substantial inventory of aircraft that can be completed and delivered promptly upon the completion of certification, rather than waiting for regulatory approval to commence production. Scaling up these operations brings us directly to the facility's overall output capability, revealing a factory that is capable of producing 37 aircraft annually. As per Popov, Yakovlev's production center is capable of producing up to 37 SJ-100 aircraft annually, which is equivalent to the highest annual production rates attained during the previous Superjet program. The high level of commonality between the import-substituted SJ-100 and its predecessor is one of the reasons this production target is considered achievable. The aircraft's overall design remains highly standardized, despite the replacement of many foreign-made systems, including avionics, electrical equipment, auxiliary power units, and engines, with domestically developed alternatives. This enables the efficient utilization of extant manufacturing processes and production experience. Building 37 planes a year sounds great on paper, but getting all those regional airlines to buy them right now is a whole other story. Nevertheless, the actual production volumes will ultimately be determined by market demand and airline fleet requirements, rather than manufacturing capability alone. When you step back and look at the whole picture, this entire effort marks a significant development in the aviation sector of Russia. The aircraft now features Russian-built avionics, flight control systems, landing gear components, electrical systems, environmental control equipment, and the recently certified PD-8 engines. Collectively, these modifications constitute one of the most extensive localization initiatives that Russia has ever implemented in its civil aviation sector. The SJ-100 will become the first completely import-substituted regional passenger jet to enter serial commercial service in Russia if Yakovlev successfully completes the remaining ground and flight certification tests before the end of 2026. The SJ-100 is on the brink of becoming the foundation of Russia's regional aviation fleet for years to come, as production has already begun to increase and certification is nearly complete. We thank the people who have liked and shared the videos and subscribed to the channel. We also thank the people who have hyped the videos.